Hey, welcome to this week's video. In this video, I will be talking about how you can finally fulfill your dream of working in Thailand and at the same time get to visit all those amazing places that you've always wanted to. To begin with, there is an incredibly high demand for foreign teachers from other countries. And hindi lang siya limited sa mga native speakers. But there is also a requirement for non-native English speakers katulad nating mga Filipino. So the first thing that you need to do is to decide where you're going to stay in Thailand. Do you want to live in Bangkok? Do you want to live in Chiang Mai? Do you want to live in Hua Hin? Do you want to live in the north, in the south, in the east, or the west? And once nakapag-decide ka na kung saan ka magsistay sa Thailand, do some research on the schools within that area. There's a good website that you can look into. It's called ajarn.com, where some schools in Thailand post their available teaching positions. Keep in mind though that not all of the schools use this particular website or post their job openings online. Only those high-tier schools that have proper HR departments and that have staff that could really communicate in English very well and post jobs online. As mentioned earlier, not many schools post their jobs online. So therefore, I highly encourage that after you've made a list of all the schools within your area, print out a CV, if possible, related to teaching. If not, that's not a problem at all. And then start going from school to school and talking with the management of the school to check if they have available positions. One of the biggest advantages of going from school to school is that the management is able to see you in person. So nakikita ka nila kung paano ka magsalita, paano ka magdamit, and gives you the chance to show some of your skills. And if there are any available positions, the chances are very high that you might be hired there and then. So after we get the good news, the school should assist you in getting your new non-immigrant visa as well as your work permit. Now, there's quite a lot of documents that the school needs to process from the government authorities, like the Ministry of Education, for you to be able to start teaching. Now, depending on the kind of school that you join, there is a possibility that you might or might not actually pay the fee for the non-immigrant visa and the work permit from your own pocket. Just to give you a general idea, a non-B visa will cost you around 1,900 Thai baht, and the work permit will cost you around 3,100 baht. Now, talking about type of schools, there are many different types of schools in Thailand. There are universities, vocational colleges, private schools, and public or government schools. Now, depending on the kind of school that you join, the requirements vary as well as the pay, just to give you an idea. If you want to apply for international school or a university, the requirements for those places are actually higher compared to the rest. A university or an international school might require you to have an education degree. Now that they are asking for an education degree, that means that they are ready to pay you much higher than the other schools. The teaching hours in the school are from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Usually a teacher in Thailand is expected to work for 16 to 20 hours per week, and that does not include the preparation time. Rendering 16 to 20 hours per week is only for actual teaching. Now, talking about the salary, the baseline salary in Thailand is 25,000 baht. Now, 99% of the schools in Thailand will not offer you any less than 25,000 baht. On top of that, there are many different kinds of benefits that you will get from the schools as well, depending on which school you join. Some might give you all the benefits, some might give you some might not give you any, but some benefits you can get from the school are health insurance or housing allowance or even free lunch meal. As for me, my school provides me with accidental insurance. Just in case in an accident, the school pays some of the hospital bill. Some people might think that it's really important to be a native speaker, but that's not particularly true. Take me for an example. I am a non-native English speaker, and there are quite a lot of successful non-native English speakers out there that are working in Thailand as teachers. And I've been doing that for the last 3 years myself, and it does help to have a good spoken and written English. Some of the schools do require non-native English speakers to have a TOEIC score with them. And it is not a requirement to have a TEFL certification when you teach in Thailand, but a majority of the schools expect you to have one. The reason for this is that it shows that you have some kind of training to actually be able to teach English to non-native speakers. Now, I'm very sure that none of you would like to go to a classroom and do not know what to do. A TEFL certificate actually teaches you how to work on students' vocabulary, how to teach them grammar, how to work on their pronunciations, as well as some interesting games that you can use to teach them English. On top of that, it also teaches you how to make your lesson plan. And also the most important thing that it teaches you is about the cultural differences and many other things. The word TFL actually stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. So, is a basic salary of 25,000 or 30,000 baht enough to live in Thailand? In my opinion, 25,000 baht or 30,000 baht is really a good salary for a place like Thailand. Looking at Bangkok, which is the most expensive city in Thailand. If you move a little bit out of Bangkok, things get around 20 to 25% cheaper. And I myself live in Hua Hin, and looking at how much I get paid, I can confidently say that at the end of the month, I do get to save a little. Alright, so those are the informations I wanted to give you in becoming a teacher in Thailand. Thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you in my next one. Goodbye. Good night.